Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Bryce with BuildASofa, and today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite performance fabrics. Most of my orders are sold with a couple of things in mind: kids, pets, messes, things like that. And so we want a fabric that's going to be able to combat those things and make cleanup nice and easy. So these are some of my top selling fabrics here on the counter for cleanability, durability, and ease of use. So starting over here, this is kind of a performance linen. These are gonna have a really tight weave pattern, so things tend to stay on the surface a little bit, make it easier for you to get to a towel and clean things up. But some great colors. These have a nice linen look to them. It's really popular on my Maxwell style. So this is our Bennett line of fabric if you're ordering swatches and want to jump into these. The second book, this is going to be my modern velvet. So these are kind of like a microfiber fabric, but they've got a little bit more of a sheen than some of my other microfibers and a pretty thick nap to them. So they have a really rich look to them. They're super comfortable. And this type of fabric is great for cats. If you've got cats with long claws that like to scratch on the sofas, this is really good because it makes it hard. They can't get their claws down into it, and so they tend to stay away from it. But the same with this one, 100% poly, super easy to clean, really, really durable, and I've got a ton of great colors. And this is the modern velvet line. Here in the middle, this is probably my #1 seller of fabric and has been since I've been in the furniture business. I've got every color you could think of. We've got kind of some blues and grays and browns, and then a lot of fun colors. I had this at my house for 8.5 years. It held up great. Now it's at my wife's best friend's house and still getting some really good use out of that sofa. So this is the Bella line. This one is a little different from the modern velvet, and then it has a bit of a matte finish to the fabric as opposed to more of a sheen with the modern velvets. So this one's got a little less pop to it, a little more subtle, and doesn't look quite as modern in my opinion. Moving on, this is our royalty lineup. These are going to be very similar to the modern velvets, but there's a lot more brilliant colors. So these have kind of fun poppy colors. And then this last book over here, we've got a couple of options in this one. This top line is our Leslie line. It's just a really soft, supple weave fabric. And then as we kind of work our way through this book, we get into some more texture things with our Durham line of fabrics. And then probably my #1 seller is our Archer line of fabrics, which I've got a great white in that people really, really like. But again, 100% poly, super easy to clean, and really great options. In our fabric swatch packs, you can find a lot of colors from all of these lines of fabrics. And if we don't have a swatch of one that you really like, just call me and we can see about getting one of these bigger samples sent out your way. So from a cleanability standpoint, all of these are going to be 100% polyester, water safe, resist stains really, really well. So right out of the gate, they're going to be what I would consider a performance fabric. Used to, you only got performance fabrics with things like Krypton and the really high price stuff. But even now, the standard grade fabrics are going to be great for kids, really, really durable and easy to clean. These are a couple of swatches. This is from this line of fabric, and this is from the Bella fabric. But I'm going to pour a little coffee on these and show you just how easy it is to clean them. And you can, I don't know if you can even see this, but the coffee just kind of sits on the surface, so you have a little bit of quick time to get a paper towel or something. But from there, what I like to do is just blot it, get as much of the liquid off as we can, so you can see it'll still leave a little bit of a residue, but we've already gotten a lot of the stain out. Same thing with this guy. Just want to get the majority of the stain out. And then I like to use this product that's called FOLEX. It's actually a carpet spot remover, but it works great for upholstery. Always test it, make sure on a really inconspicuous spot on your sofa to make sure you don't have any issues with the fabric. But anything that's 100% polyester is going to be just fine with the FOLEX. I buy it in the big bottle and then break it down into little ones. It's just a little cheaper that way. But basically we just squirt it on. We're going to let it work its magic for a little bit. And then we're going gonna find a clean spot on this rag. And so you can see it's still got a little stain on there, but then we're just gonna blot and kind of work it a little bit. And eventually that stain's gonna come right out of there. Let's get a little more of this action here. And when you're cleaning these fabrics, patience is a virtue. Work slow, slowly kind of blot things out, and eventually you can beat that stain and get it to subside. So we're just gonna keep working these a little longer. You can already see on the Bella fabric, I've gotten that one pretty well cleaned up. This linen is a little thicker of a fabric, so it takes a little more effort, but we're gonna get there. Just keep blotting and blotting, and we're just getting all that excess liquid from the cleaner and from the actual coffee itself out of there. But you can already see we're just about there. This will need to dry a little bit, but you can see we've got these pretty well cleaned after pouring a bit of coffee on it. So these are my performance fabrics. You know, you don't have to spend a ton of money to get a really good quality performance fabric. Any of these are my top sellers for sure, so I'd suggest any of them. Order our swatches online, just BuildASofa.com, click on the fabric swatches tab, and you can see some of these fabrics in person. And please give me a call. Let's talk fabrics and see what's gonna work best for your house. Shop number is 512-454-7632. Rings direct to my cell, so let's have a conversation and see if we can't get something that can battle the kids and the pets in your home. Thanks so much for following along. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.